a kid. He's going shopping for a condom, right? And he's wondering. This kid goes, "Why the hell do condoms come in packs of 3, 6, and 12?" Right? So he asked his father. He said, "Dad, what the hell's with this?" And the father says, "Well, those are condoms. I'm certain you've already been taught about safe sex." And the son rolls his eyes, going, "Of course I have. But I'm just wondering, what the hell is it with the package of 3?" Right? And the dad says, "Well, those are for high school boys. One for Friday, one for Saturday, one for Sunday, because weekends." Right? It goes, "Cool." Then he sees a 6-pack, and he said, "What are these for?" And the dad goes, "Those are for college men. 2 for Friday, 2 for Saturday, 2 for Sunday." The boy goes, "Neat. What the heck is the 12-pack for?" And the father sighed, and he goes, "Those are for married people. One for January, one for February."
That's good.
Yeah, speaking of dad, does anyone know, like, you've heard dad jokes, right? Those are jokes that are like, oh, they're groaners, they're so obvious, right?
Mm-hmm.
When does a joke cross the line and become a dad joke? Does anyone know?
When VT tells it.
No, when it becomes apparent.
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay. Now, with that, I'm going to hand things off to Synnove. So, Synnove, why don't you please tell us some jokes? You don't have to get up. You stay right where you are.
I'm not sure if my voice is turned on. Yeah, I guess it is.
It is. We hear it.
Oh, okay. Ole, he was waiting to get on a bus, and the lady ahead of him was having trouble getting on because she was wearing this tight skirt, and she tried reaching behind to loosen the zipper on the back of her dress. Still, she couldn't make it, and so helpful Ole gave her a little push, and she made it with ease. And then after he followed her, and he asked if she wanted to sit with him. "Why, I don't even know you. Why should I?" she said. "Well, I thought maybe because you kept zipping the zipper on my pants for the last 3 or 4 minutes."
Oh, my gosh.
Ole and Lena, they were farming in Minnesota near Wisconsin. And they were doing pretty good, and then the farm prices started going down. And Ole, he was trying to figure out how to economize. And one night at supper, he said, "You know, Lena, maybe if you could take better care of the housework, we could let the hired girl go." And Lena snorted, and she says, "Yeah, Ole, and if you could take better care of me, maybe we could let the hired man go."
I always thought she was so
Ole's cousin, Telmer, he was keeping company with a lovely young lady, and one night he called on her, and he was carrying a small box, and he opened it, and he showed her a diamond ring with her name engraved. And she says, he says, "I want you to marry me." And she says, "It's a lovely ring, but I can't marry you because I'm in love with someone else." And he got real excited, and he insisted on knowing his rival's name. She says, "I can't tell you his name. You might start a fight." And "Not at all," said Telmer. "I just want to sell him this ring." This one is kind of sad. Ole and Lars, they were discussing the state lottery. The prize it built up to $10 million. "He is," exclaimed Lars. "What would you do if you won $10 million?" And Ole says, well, I suppose I'd keep on farming until it was all gone.
It is kind of sad, though. For them, it's real sad.
Oh, for all of us.
Lena was complaining to the preacher about her neighbors, and the minister says, don't you know the Bible says, love our neighbors? Yeah, said Lena, but does the Bible say anything about neighbors who have a set of drums? One day, Ole and Lena were delighted to open an envelope that came in the mail. And they found enclosed 2 tickets to a movie that they had been wanting to see, and also there was a note reading, "Guess who?" So the next night, Ole and Lena went to the show, and when they got home, they were horrified. The house had been stripped of furniture, and some of the small appliances were missing, and there on the kitchen table was a note reading, "Now you know."
Oh. Better not take my new coffee maker.
It's a great idea, though, if you need anything.
One of Ole and Lena's friends, Gustav, he had an accident and he lost a very delicate part of his body. And the doctors, they were able to give him a transplant from the trunk of a baby elephant. And so when he saw Gustav a few months later, he asked him how the operation turned out. And Gustav says, "Yeah, it worked out real good, except when I'm at a party and they pass the peanut dish, it gets awfully embarrassing."
Shoving peanuts up his ass. Yes.
Ole, he was having trouble grasping the fine details of his job, and he kept fussing over the minor details, and as a result, he didn't get very much work done. And finally, the boss says, "Ole, you're too wrapped up in the details. You've got to look at the big picture." So Ole took the afternoon off, and he went to the movies.
The big picture.
Which was playing, and
Ole went to the doctor for a physical. The doctor told him he had cancer. But a few days later, Ole was telling people around town that he had AIDS. And the doctor heard about it and called Ole and saying, "I told you you had cancer, not AIDS. What's the idea?" And Ole says, "Well, I know maybe you can treat what I got, but in case I don't make it, I don't want anybody fooling around with Lena."